French authorities have revealed more details about the victims of the worst ever migrant tragedy in the English Channel. 17 men and 7 women lost their lives, along with several teenagers, after their boat capsized off Calais.
It is less than a day since 27 people died trying to make it to Britain, and in Dover this morning, relief for those who safely made the crossing. As on so many other days, hundreds of people set off from the French beaches yesterday in an array of boats. Some were seaworthy, others were not. This was a picture given to Sky News by a lifeboat captain. It's believed to be the boat that was taking those that lost their lives. One of the first to reach the scene was lifeboatman Charles Devos.
It was really dramatic. There were floating bodies and it was really very shocking. We recovered all the people we saw on board. We recovered 6 people.
All dead?
All dead, yes. There was one woman who sadly was pregnant, and a young man 18 to 20 years old, and the rest were men.
And tragedy has refocused politics for a French president not far off an election.
We are going to ask for extra help from the British because all these men and these women don't want to stay in France. We tell them they're able to do so, and there are centres in Calais and Dunkirk where they can go.
And it was a message echoed by the Home Secretary Priti Patel too.
I've once again reached out and made my offer very clear to France in terms of joint France and UK cooperation, joint patrols to prevent these dangerous journeys from taking place. I've offered to work with France to put more officers on the ground. What happened yesterday was a dreadful shock. It was not a surprise, but it is also a reminder of how vulnerable people are put at peril when in the hands of criminal gangs.
Last month we filmed these people running down the beach near Calais with their boat, heading for the UK, and watched by French police who didn't intervene. But now political debate has coincided with tragedy. Relations between Britain and France have been strained. One side blames the other for channel crossings, and both here in Calais and on the other side of the channel in Kent, authorities warned that something like this could happen. But yesterday, Emmanuel Macron and Boris Johnson spoke and said that they would both urgently step up action and that all options remain on the table. This was Dungeness this morning, the boats that did make it across the channel, taking people prepared to pay thousands to smugglers and accept great risks. Risks that for too many have now come horribly true. Ali Fortescue, Sky News.
At least 14 people have been killed after a fire at a mine in Siberia. More than 40 others were injured in the incident, some suffering smoke poisoning. Coal dust in a ventilation shaft caught alight after high levels of methane was detected. At least 35 people remain trapped underground, but the search and rescue effort has been halted because of an explosion threat. About 285 people were in the mine at the time of the blaze, but the majority managed to escape.